up, YouTube? Kedris here, and this is my match reaction to Nottingham Forest 1, Aston Villa 0. First leg of the semifinal tie is done and dusted, and we move on to the second leg at Aston Villa at Villa Park. And as much as people are telling me it's done, Kedris, it's done, it's not. It's not, boys and girls. One more leg to go. How I think it's going to go? Well, you have to watch the preview for that. So, anyways, let's talk about the game. I thought it was a great performance. And our players. Wow. Wow. Let's get to it. So, I'm going to be using Mob. This is the team that we went with on the left side. You see Stefan, Ortega in goal, Williams, Morato, Malinkovic, and Ina. I told y'all in my preview that you should not be surprised to see Morato, and bada boom, bada bing, there he was. Didn't have a terrible game, to be honest. Gibbs, White, Anderson, Dominguez, in for Sengar, which was a surprise. I know he had the knock. We saw that on the injury preview, but I didn't realize it was enough to keep him out. Maybe it was just precautionary. Who knows? But Dominguez, mwah, mwah. Great performance. Hutchinson, Wood, and Igor Jesus. So, start from the front, back, work our way to the front. Ortega, my man, bro. I have said over and over again, bro. Him and Sells, right there, right there. His distribution is absolutely sensational. I don't know if I want to keep him or Sells in the summer. That's where I'm at. I mean, you see the shot he saved? Holy crap, bro. I mean, the first one was pathetic, but the second one, pretty good. So I like him a lot, man. They're the same age, so unfortunately, I think we have to keep only one. Ortega's contract is running out, but I love his distribution, man. Great game from him, absolutely. 4 saves, 0 goals conceded. Oh, so good, man. So good. Calm on the ball, too. Calm as you like. Moving to the fullbacks, Nico Williams. This is disrespectful. This score, 6.9, is fucking disrespectful. This guy, holy shit, dude. Up and down the pitch, attacking, defending, coming back to cover Morato. The reason Morato wasn't exposed? Because Nico Williams fucking hauled ass to come back and cover, and man, was he excellent. Had a great game. I think he won every tackle he attempted. I'm going to say it, bro. He was absolutely killing Morgan Rogers. It was kind of embarrassing for Morgan Rogers. But, I mean, dribbled past once, 5 recoveries, 2 clearances, 3 clearances, a block, 3 tackles. My brother, man. 6.9. That's just disrespectful. Looking at our other guy, our other fullback, Ollie, he played more of like a center back role. So when we attacked, we were in a 3-back where it would be Morato, Malinkovic, and Ina who stayed back. So he didn't get forward as much. I mean, obviously from the heat map, he kind of had that little half space area when we were on the ball. But honestly, no complaints from me. I do think him and Williams' score should be switched. But that's not biased or anything. That's just based on contribution. He was good passing. He was good dribbling. He was locked in defensively. I mean, dribbled past 0 times. So, I mean, obviously didn't contribute as much defensively. But, I mean, then again, he was up against, what? Buendia? I mean, come on. So, I got no problem. He had a good performance. It is what it is. Looking at the center backs, Malinkovic, fucking Watkins ran away from him, bro. What the hell? Aren't you supposed to be a striker? Aren't you supposed to take on the center back? Absolutely not. Ran away from minute 1. Malinkovic, great performance. 0 of 1 for successful dribbles. I don't even know where he tried to dribble to. Anyway, 13 defensive contributions, 10 tackle, 8 clearances, 5 headed clearances, 3 interceptions. He was dribbled past twice. Well, we know that's not his forte, but otherwise, great performance. Him being so high up the pitch right here tells you that we were in a very stout mid block for most of the game. Absolutely great performance from Malinkovic. Morato. I've always said this about Morato. Great passer of the ball. Where I struggle with Morato, and this is very important because defending is more important than passing as a center back, is his defending, especially his ability to judge the ball in the air. I just think he doesn't have it. Even in this game where I think he was defensively solid, he was still misjudging the fly of the ball like multiple times. So I said this during my watch along. By the way, I say a lot of shit during my watch along. If y'all want to see that, y'all should watch it. It's hilarious. Uh Maybe that's not such a good thing to say. But I thought he should move to the center, not center back, CDM. I think he should be a 6. Honestly, I really do. I think that. I think he should be a 6. He can dribble. He can pass. He can't judge the fly of the ball very well. He's physical. I think he would be a great CDM, bro. I just don't think he's cut out for center back, unfortunately. But something to think about, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Moving to the midfield, Anderson. Wow. Wow. What a game. What a game. The little roll forward, drag back between Morgan Rogers' legs. Oh my days. He was feeling himself. Love to see it. This was the elite Elliot Anderson we had at the beginning of the season when everyone else around him wasn't performing. And we finally get at the very end the elite Elliot Anderson with everybody else performing. He looked excellent. He was great. I mean, I just want to look at these stats for a second. Let me look at it. Let me take a gander. He had a shot. I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that shot. 85 touches, 1 successful dribble. I don't think that's correct. I feel like he had a couple more. 11 passes in the final third, 1 of 3 on crosses, 4 of 5 on long balls, dispossessed once, defensive contributions, ball recovery 5 times, 5 recoveries 10. I mean, defensively all right. Recoveries 10 is insane, but ground duels 1, 7 and 9. So, Elliot Anderson was at his prime Elliot Anderson, and I'm going to be sad to see him go. 120 million, though. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I've seen us connect with a lot of midfielders who I actually rate. One of them, of course, being Hayden Hackney. Another one being Arne Ingalls from Celtic. So we got good options in our scouting department are attacking the right type of players. I'm glad to see it. Do think we need to address striker and the wing position, though. We haven't linked that many people. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Moving into Dominguez. He was anywhere. He was everywhere. I love watching him every time he plays. 91% pass accuracy. 56 touches. 0-1 on the dribbles. Defensively, solid. I never worry about Dominguez. He gets a weird amount of interceptions. He has 0 listed here, but I'm pretty sure he had like 2 in the game. So don't just blindly trust stats, people. And he was great. Honestly, I've said it before. I think him as the backup option of Sangari, you could interchange them for me. Sangari has his strengths. Dominguez has his strengths. I love both of them. I honestly think a midfield 2 of them would be all right, but kind of lacking in creativity. So I would prefer we kind of do go get an 8 in the summer. But I think Dominguez and Sangare, great position, great options at the 6. No problem at that position at all. Hutchinson, man. Hutchinson had himself a game, dribbling, taking him left. Took him to the byline a couple times. Took Lukadim by the byline. Won the penalty. Man, he was excellent. A couple times where he shot, and I thought he should have crossed. But, he is a winger. He's allowed to take his shots. So, good on for him. At least they were on target. 0 off target. 1 blocked. Okay, so, I got no issues overall. 4 chances created. 63 touches. That's more than Dominguez. He was on the ball. 5 in the opposition box. 6 of 9 dribbling. Bro was great. Great to watch. Fantastic to look at. I just feel like he's found his home in this right wing position in this 4-4-2. 4-2-2-2, depending on how you want to look at it, semantics. But being able to cut inside so much and having the freedom to choose to go either way, I think has helped him a lot with his choices. Whereas before he was kind of on the 4-2-3-1, he was kind of stuck on the what's it called, on the line, being wide. And Morgan gives wide, like I've talked about. Morgan would just be floating to the wings all the time. It's just annoying. So he kind of had limited options. Now, with the way that we play now, he's more free to express himself, and I think he's enjoying himself. And I really think he's been performing really well, and it's been one of the reasons that we've categorized into this juggernaut at the right moment in the team. When you are undefeated in 9, it's pretty good. Maybe the strikers would absolutely great penalty. Martinez went the correct way, but the penalty was in the top corner, like throwing a dart, baby. So perfect, so good. He was very good in contribution. Obviously, the goal. You didn't really see much of him. I actually think he won a couple of headers sometimes. Yeah, he won 2 of them. Shit. Obviously, his defensive contributions never to be overlooked. Outside of that, I don't think he had a shot on. Did he even have a shot outside of that? He just had the penalty. That's it. Man, what a guy. What a guy. No shots. And the one shot he does. Penalty, scored a goal. What a guy. Striker in the summer. Moving to Igor Jesus, his score, I think, probably correct, but there's some nuance to it. He was very facilitating. He won the ball, lost the ball a couple times. But overall, I think he was very physical, held on to possession, got the ball out to players, won the ball. He's the guy who I expect to win the headers and get the ball. I just think the shadow striker position just suits him so well, dude. He's so good at it. Like, I watch him. His positioning is correct. Yeah, sometimes he may lose the ball to dribbling, but his passing is usually good. Man, puts another striker in the box for crosses. I did see him take the cross from Hutchinson away from Wood when Wood was about to fucking hit it. That was hilarious, but great contribution. I think he's a huge part of why this formation works. He stays in that central area in that 10 pocket better. Morgan seems to want to go to the wings all the time when he plays that 10 position. Igor stays in the middle, stays central like you're supposed to do. It works so well, man. I love him to death. I think this definitely could be our formation next season. Looking at the substitution, Zach Abbott, once again, he had one bad performance this season, and every performance outside of that has been good to great. Again, he came in, acquitted himself well, came in for Ollie, played right back. Absolutely outstanding. Ryan Yates came on in the 90th minute. It's kind of irrelevant. I think we had like 5 minutes of extra time added. They did a full rotation, which is interesting. Went more attacking. I do think Bogart actually is a better passer than Andre Onana, so that helped them a little bit. But speaking of Aston Villa, looking at the team, they had Martinez, Cash, Konza, Torres, Dean. I thought so. I know people were calling for Mings. When I say people, I mean Villa fans, but I said it was probably going to be Pau Torres. Luka Dean over Madsen, yes. Cash, Onana, ended up going off injured again, holding his hamstring. Did you rush him back just to get him injured again? Stupid decisions. Tielemans, basically ineffective. Buendia, kind of threatening. Morgan Rogers produced a little something. He was kind of floating a lot, but he wanted to be on that right-hand side for some reason. And every time he went to that right-hand side, he got joy about twice, and then outside of that, Nico Williams absolutely locked his ass up. McGinn absolutely got his shit rocked because Morato kept following him when he tried to go deep. Like, Morato is aggressive in his tackling. That's who I feel like he's a DM. The more I talk about Morato, the more I think he's a DM, bro. I think he's a 6. But anyways, McGinn, basically a non-factor. He had a couple of good moments. Ollie Watkins, obviously, the man ran away from the Serbinator, but he was getting joy out in those wing areas and helping them build up by taking on those positions. And then sometimes he would get the ball in the wing area and then be able to face up against Malinkovic. And those were the times when Malinkovic kind of got dribbled past a little bit, and he was able to affect the game in a positive way for his team. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. I think, honestly, on the balance of play, I mean, it was pretty even. The penalty, and then, 50% possession, exactly. How often do you see that? 11 to 10 shots, 2 big chances to 1 big. It was so even. I'm going to be interested to see how this game at Villa Park goes because Villa are better at home, but also we are better away from home. How does that work? I think it's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to be curious to see how Pereira approaches it, and I think this game is going to be very pivotal for that. Let me explain why. Because we're in a situation now where you have the lead, right? You've won at home. Now you're going away in a semifinal of a cup competition. How do you approach that? Do you attack? Do you sit deep? Do you manage the game? How exactly is Vitor Pereira going to handle the situation? And I know he's won trophies, he's won cups. I understand. But this is my first time watching him in person, and he's like right there, bro. I'm on the fence still, but I am heavily leaned towards wanting him to stay to be the manager next season. And this is one of those games away at Aston Villa where I'm going to be like, okay, if we lose because of the performance of the players, I can't blame him for that. But if we lose because he tactically got it wrong, then, the lean comes back center and we're right back where we started. So, as for Pereira, I think he had a great game. Obviously, he's got the formation correct. The substitutions, although I thought he could have utilized more of the players to help out with fatigue. It is what it is. I expect a heavy rotation for the Chelsea game. And he's just doing a good job, man. We're 15 matches, 7-1, 4 draws, 4 losses. That's over 50% win percentage. And then if you include the draws, that's 11 out of 15 matches unbeaten. He's just doing a great job for us. And, I do love the guy. I do love his personality. I love his admiration for the pub culture in Britain. For a manager for a football club, man, I need to be convinced. Nuno took a while for me. And even then, Nuno, I was kind of a little out on Nuno as well. I'm gonna be frank. I was calling for Nuno to get sacked in November of last season because I was like, I don't see us progressing in play. But that's neither here or there. People vehemently disagreed with my point of view at the time, so I'm not gonna rehash it. So the game was a great performance. Did the job. Would have loved to have seen a 2-0 victory. The Igor Jesus chance. Oh my God, dude! That Martinez save, one-handed behind him to save that shot from Igor Jesus. Oh my God, world class. And then Ortega went and had himself a world class save at the other. Oh, it was a great game for a neutral, man. If you were neutral, you really probably enjoyed that game a lot. I loved it as a Forest fan, and I was biting my nails sometimes for that. And it's what football's about, man. Like, you want to see that passion, that heart, that attacking, and everything like that. And it was a treat. It was a treat. But hey guys, if you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below if you can. I will be doing a preview for the Chelsea game on Sunday. Obviously, match reaction on Tuesday, and preview for the Villa game on Wednesday. Villa watch along, and then Villa after that. So I got a packed schedule coming up. I'll be taking tomorrow off to, relax. I do have a family and a job, Just saying. But, what's important? Come on, you!